Hello, and welcome to the update video for Hypermill 2017.1. In this video, we're going to cover some of the new features that are implemented for 2D machining. First thing I want to take a look at is in the Contour Milling on 3D Model toolpath. You can see in this toolpath we now have an option for use free tip geometry for collision check. Right here you can see we have a normal end mill that we have programmed up in this toolpath. But in all actuality, this case is a dovetail cutter. In the past, we have not collision checked against this cutter, so you'd have to actually turn the collision check off in the toolpath calculation in order to get a good result. In this case, we can use the free tip geometry for collision checking. So if I have that turned off, you can see the result. I calculate it, and in this case, the toolpath will just give me an error. If I go ahead and if I use the free tip geometry for collision checking, I can calculate the toolpath, and you'll notice I get a good result. I can do a very similar thing with a corner rounding end mill. So instead of using a dovetail cutter, I'm now using a corner rounding end mill. But in this case, I have two contours selected. This toolpath will error out because this tool won't be able to machine this corner properly because the radius is different. So in this case, if we calculate the toolpath, you'll notice that we get an error one more time. Finally, if we go ahead and just select one of the contours, calculate the toolpath, you'll notice that we get a good result. Now if we want to simulate this toolpath, we can simulate it, and it will actually simulate with the free tip geometry.
The next thing that we need to review are some of the improvements that are done to the face milling toolpath. Previously, in the face milling toolpath, we only had the option for clearance plane. They now added a new option for clearance distance. So before, all your rapids would all go up to the clearance plane. In the new version, we have an option for clearance distance, and you can see that the start and the end retracts both go up to the clearance plane, but then our intermediate retracts go to the clearance distance. Next, we have a couple more options. Consider corner radius and fit steps. The consider corner radius option was added to try and accommodate for cases where the tool might leave stock on the part. If you simulate the toolpath, you'll notice that the toolpath is actually going to leave stock on the part. So you'll notice that with the consider corner radius option turned off, the original toolpath left stock on the part in this area. With the new option consider corner radius turned on, the toolpath took an additional pass right here to clean up the remaining stock. If we simulate this toolpath now, you'll notice that the toolpath will clean up all the residual stock on the part. Finally, we have an option for fit steps. Typically, if this option is turned off, your step over is going to be a consistent factor of the tool diameter that you use in the toolpath. So if we take a look at the toolpath, you'll notice that, once again, we have stock left on the part. What fit steps does is it adjusts the step over to clean up all the residual stock on the part. If we take a look at the results, you'll notice that the toolpath will clean up all the stock that's remaining. So the safest option is actually to use both the consider corner radius as well as the fit steps. If you want both of these options turned on by default, you can right click on the toolpath name and say save as default. Thanks for watching and have a great day.